Actors and actor enthusiasts, I'm Melissa Henderson, and you're behind the scenes of on-screen acting. In a previous video, we covered that in order to start in the film and TV industry, actors need to have headshots. We've also covered that in order for actors to get booked for acting jobs, they ultimately need to create a casting profile, just like you would create a profile on a job board when you're job searching in the real world. The casting profile will require actors to have 3 pieces of marketing material: a headshot, an actor's resume, and at least 1 actor reel. Today, we'll review acting resumes. Resume building is not sexy, but it is necessary, and it's not just a one-time thing. Just like in the real world, once you've created your first acting resume, part of your job as an actor is to constantly add to your resume with new and better credits. For example, I recently wrapped on some acting jobs which now need to go on my resume. So let's start by discussing formatting. If you have an agent, keep in mind that your agent may have formatting specifications regarding placement and size of their logo, etc. Aside from that, a general guideline is to just keep formatting as simple as possible. You want what's on the page to be easy to read, for the data to be easily located, and for your resume to avoid the kind of visual attention your actor headshot and reel should be getting. Whichever template you choose for your resume, you'll want your name in the most prominent spot. Your union designation should also be in a prominent spot along with your agent's logo if you have one. If you're not a member of a union, you can leave that part blank. And if you don't have an acting agent, contact information for booking you for an acting job should go in that slot. Listing the region of your acting market, your basic measurements, and vocal range if you sing may be helpful. The majority of the page should be taken up with your experience. Your credits should be broken up in separate sections for film, TV, commercial, voiceover, stage, etc. But what if acting is a new thing for you, or you're just getting out of school with an acting degree? In either case, you wouldn't have a ton of credits. No problem. You can fill in the experience section with training you've completed and workshops or table reads you participated in. If you truly have little to no experience, I highly suggest you get a few projects in the can before creating a casting profile and doing a resume. Short films, particularly student short films, are a great way to add experience to your resume in a low-pressure environment. I'd also suggest creating your own content if you're having trouble getting connected to local plays and student film projects. You could memorize a scene and film it with a friend, or join an improv troupe and film that. The purpose of the resume is to let casting know that you've done this before, whatever this is. If you are brand new, it may be best to wait on building your resume rather than having 2 roles for cook number 1 listed on a relatively blank page. Kind of defeats the purpose of saying you know how to do this. In your TV, film, commercial, and other sections, you should list basic information like the title of the project, what role you played, who directed the project, and the production company. If the role you played is not a role or a project that many would be familiar with, you can simply list what type of role you played instead of the character name. For example, I played a character named Hannah in a film premiering in October. This film has an original script, so no one looking at my resume would know who Hannah is. Instead, on my resume, I've listed that I had a supporting role in the film, which the Hannah character was a supporting role. If you have a link to a website or to your casting profile, that is a great ad, so casting has an easy place to locate your actor reels. And we'll talk more about actor reels in a later episode. But to wrap this up, actor resumes should be 1 page only. Keep resume formatting as simple as possible and look out for specific instructions from your agent if you have one. Keep your name, agent, and union status prominent. If you are non-union, I'd suggest leaving that blank. If you don't have an agent, make sure your contact information is prominent so casting knows how to book you. Next, your closest market or your region, basic measurements, and vocal range might be good additions. The rest of the page should be populated by your acting experience, whether that's training, workshops, student film projects, table reads, self-created content, or videos of you performing improv. Whatever your experience is, list it in separate categories. In your separate categories, list the title of the project, what role you played, who directed the project, and the production company. If you don't have enough acting experience to populate a one-page resume, I'd suggest waiting to build one until you have gained more experience. Last, I'd suggest including a website or casting profile link for easy access to your headshot and reel. Like this video if it helped you. For more, subscribe to the channel or visit the blog at actorchatter.com and get ready for tomorrow's role today.